Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kwame Opa Weeks, and welcome to another beautiful day of broadcasting. Well, we're actually broadcasting here at the Liberian News Agency, and we are actually today our special guest will be no one else but Miss Fatu Dolly. Fatu, as you all know, Fatu Dolly is living with HIV. She's HIV positive, and she is in Sweden as we speak. And Fatu actually is newly diagnosed. Fatu will be here on our broadcast while we are working hard to get her here. And they say when you're newly diagnosed with HIV, you go through a whole lot. I mean, a real whole lot, and that's what this girl has been going through. Fatu, she's been going through a lot stigma. She's been stigmatized by her own community. But we're just waiting for Fatu. The moment Fatu comes on and sends in that particular stuff, so we're gonna see if we can add Fatu here right now. Let me see if I can add her right there, and then we can just go to it immediately. Let's search for Fatu. Fatu, if you're watching, please hit the invite button, Fatu, so that we can get you on here. I know there are 3 persons who have already done that. While we're waiting for Fatu to come on, we see Marcia Walcott. She says, "Good day, Mr. Weeks." So Fatu, she says she's here. So Fatu, you want to hit that button so I can invite you. Okay, please, Fatu is right there. So let's see. Fatu is here, and let me cancel all of those. Okay, Fatu is right there. Let me add her. So we add Fatu right now. While we're waiting for Fatu to come on, read all your comments. We're connecting. Hi, pretty girl.
Good evening, Mr. Weeks. Good evening.
Okay. Thanks for coming to Lena Panorama, and thanks for having you.
Thank you, Mr. Weeks. Hello to all Liberia. Hello.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a time so that you will greet the rest of the folks, and then before we jump into it, and why you decided to bring your story to Lena Panorama. Go ahead.
Hello, Mr. Weeks. Hello, my Liberian people. Mama Liberia, love you. It's because of your love today I'm here and with everything I go through. My name is Fatu Dore Willasin Flomo. I'm from Liberia and live in Sweden, Malmö. I am 45 years of age. Yes. Born in Banga, grew up in Boje, Bapolo.
Okay. So you decided you reach out today, Fatu. You look beautiful, you're healthy, and all of that. You have how many kids you have?
I have 3 children, 2 boys, 1 girl.
Okay, and now tell us about your HIV status and then why you decided to come out.
I get to know I was HIV positive from 2007 in Denmark.
In Denmark?
Yes.
How did you learn about it? And when you learned about it, what did you do? How did you feel?
I came from Gambia and I felt sick. I was so skinny in Gambia before coming to Denmark. And then when I arrived in Copenhagen, after 1 week, I fainted, and I have a lot of rashes skin on my skin, a chicken pot. But it was not chicken pot. It was just so much.
Wow. we just lost Fatu. We lost Fatu, guys. I just want you to hold on there. We're gonna bring her back. We lost her. If Fatu is there, Fatu, if you're there, you can come back and hit the invite button. We're gonna be reading your comments right there. So you say good evening. Everybody's greeting. Alice K. Moba says she can't wait for her sister to come on. Yeah, her sister has already come on. So Fatu there, we're adding Fatu right back. Fatu shouldn't have internet problem like in Liberia. We have you, Fatu. Thanks for coming back.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome.
So you fell, yeah. And then they took you directly to the hospital.
I took myself to the hospital in Copenhagen.
Okay.
Yes.
And tell us what happened.
When I came, I was just having a lot of rashes. I was skinny. I was feeling pain, stomach pain, diarrhea. I was just feeling sick. And then I told my eyes, I said, I'm not feeling well, and I want to go to the hospital. He said to me, you don't have the social security number. I don't think they will take you when you go to the hospital. But let me go to work, and then we can do it some other day. I said, no, I'm going to the hospital. And then he left for a job. When he left, I called the hospital, and I explained my problem to them. They sent me a taxi. I went to the hospital with all the rashes on my skin. And they took me in. They said, we'll take HIV test for you because you are from Liberia. Liberia is a war country, so we're going to give you HIV test. And that way,
how did you feel when the doctors immediately told you that they needed to do HIV test for you?
I was happy because I could see my body was not right. Something was going on with me. I was skinny. I had rashes on me. I couldn't breathe so healthy. My breath was hot from my nose. I was breathing so fast. So I was happy to know that I'm taking HIV test. Yes.
Okay, so you took the test, and then what happened?
I took the test. I came home. It took 2 months before they even called me because I was not having a social security number. So it took 2 months. And then I was waiting. Then in June, I told my ex, I said, we'll have to call the hospital. Since I went for the test, I haven't heard anything from them. He said, okay, I will call the hospital. And then he picked up the phone, called the hospital, and he and the nurse, they were speaking Danish, and then the doctor told him that Fatu have OAV in Danish. And
wow.
I couldn't hear the language. So I was just sitting there. He put the telephone down. He was panicked, ran to his mother because he and his mother were sharing house with his sister and everybody. He ran
the partner, was he a Liberian? Was he a Liberian or who?
No, he's a Danish white. Okay. He ran to his mother, get the news to his mother, his sister, his son. And then they were just running up and down. So I said, Eric, please come and talk to me. I'm waiting to hear what the doctor tell you. But he was kind of panicked because I think that was his first time to get someone close to him that have HIV. So he was panicked. And then he sat down near me. He said, Fatu, I'm sorry, but you're HIV positive. And my life was changed.
And you guys had children already?
No, we didn't have no child at that time. I just came to Copenhagen. I just came to Denmark at that time. We didn't have no child. We were actually taking condom when he met me from Gambia. He was just smart and came up with that condom thing. He said, Fatu, I want us to take condom until you come to Copenhagen, to Denmark, and then we can start from there. Yes.
Wow. How did they break the news to you? When they broke the news, what was it like? Was it like someone hit you in the guts or what?
Oh my God, my world was breaking down. I was in tears. I was sad. I couldn't believe like my life just changed. Left my children in Africa, came to Denmark, thinking I'm coming to make a life for I and my children. My life just changed immediately in my face. And then I said, wow, My journey is just starting. It's tough. Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I know Chucky is about to kill this one.
Yes.
Okay, so then you will then go on your 10-year-old. You
Yes.
talk about your 10-year-old that you had, and you were HIV positive, but the child didn't come. The child came negative. How did that happen?
I was on my way to the hospital after I knew I was HIV positive, and then I was going for checkup. I was going for blood control. One day, I was just on my way to the hospital. I met this Danish guy. He stopped behind me with his car. He asked me to give me lift, and I said okay. And then he wanted to follow me in the hospital, and then I told him that one of my friends gave have twins. I cannot take you with me. Us there, my friend, they're born twins, so. But we can exchange number, and after I will get back to you.
He was trying to hit on you.
Yes, he was very coming for me. Yes, and then when he left. I did my test. I took the bus home to the women's center because I moved in the women's center after. And then I called him after some days. He came and picked me up, and I told him immediately. I said I'm HIV positive. And he said, but I love you, Fatu, even though you're HIV positive, I'm older than you. I love you. I want to be with you. It doesn't matter. HIV does not kill you. It won't kill me. Then we start from there. Yes.
How did you feel when somebody accepted you when you thought this was the end for you?
I think that was the key for me. It was my breakthrough that time. To know that someone that can accept me as HIV positive, it make me feel good once again.
Wow.
Yes.
Fatu, let me ask you this: where must you have contracted the disease from? Yourself. You know yourself.
I can tell.
How did you think you come across that the virus?
I don't know where, when, from who. I don't know.
So now in Africa and other countries like before, when you say, yo, I'm HIV positive, they come across, the very first thing they hand down, think you're either a sex worker, but they forget to know that you could have an operation where infected needles could happen. You could get cut somewhere that, because it comes to some form of transfusion where a contaminated instrument or cut somewhere or through sexual means. But most people will see it only on the sexual angle. Talk about that.
1994, I had a big operation. I was having a pregnancy, and at that time I was young. I take this huge operation. It was so big, and I was in the hospital like 3 or 2 months. And from there, I just started traveling, go to Senegal, Sierra Leone, and I ended up in Gambia. But I was healthy that time. After my operation, I was not sick. Everything was good. I could see my body was in good shape. I was doing things normal. Yes. Everything was fine. So I don't know what I got it from. Actually, I don't know. Yes.
So none of your kids are HIV positive?
No, they are all negative, including the last one. She was born on a medication here in Sweden.
Okay, now let's talk about why it's important that you come out, because I know you're talking about the bully, especially from the Liberian community. Your own people who are supposed to put their hands around you. Some of the dirty things they say to you, outrageous, outlandish things they say to you, the stigma that you continue to live. They even kick you one time out of the chat room. They felt if you go any palaver you met with them or any little thing, they said, get out from here. You ace, and you're on. There's a difference between HIV positive and having full-blown AIDS. Magic Johnson, all of these billionaires and all that are living with it. They're so happy living their life, and only Liberia alone will see it. Talk about that journey that you went through with your own people.
It was tough. Actually, my bullying started 2012, between 2012 and 2013. 2014 was very tough on me because this sister here, I knew her from Africa. And when I came to Denmark, she came to visit me. And then when I knew that I was HIV positive, because my ex had already exposed me, my ex called one of my friends that came to me, a Liberian girl in Denmark, and tell this girl that, oh, Fatu don't want to take a treatment, Fatu escape. Well, I actually tell the people in the hospital that I don't want him to come around me because he has exposed me. So I don't want to get nothing to do with him. So the hospital protect me. And then he called my friend in the next city and tell my friend, Fatu running away. She don't want to take her medication. She's going to die.
Wow.
So, yeah, after I was in the hospital for 2 weeks, and then I called my friend. I told her, friend, I want to come to you to relax. I'm ready. My life is upside down. And then she didn't argue at all. She was very supportive. But my husband, my ex, already tell her. She was at the train station waiting for me. So when I arrived and we entered in the house, she said, Fatu, your husband told me that you're HIV positive. It's true. I said, yes. Because my ex already tell her. I couldn't deny it. So I said, yes, it's true. And then she called another sister here to start talking about me. Then she became rough and violent.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then I left from her place. I went to the Women's Center in Copenhagen. I was there and I started my real HIV treatment in somewhere around November. That's where I started my treatment. And then they deported me back again to Africa after I born my daughter because they left me because of stigma.
You got...
And Denmark is very difficult to get a paper when you don't stay with the person that bring you in the country. Even though I was having a Danish man that I born for, but they still deport me after I born my daughter here in Stockholm. They deport me to Denmark. They deport me from Stockholm to Denmark, and then Denmark they deport me to Liberia.
No way.
Yes, 2012 I was sent down to Liberia. Me and my daughter. And then he wanted to put me in rush to come back. So I waited, spent little time with my children and all that. Explained to them that I'm HIV positive. It was small. It was hard for them to understand. But I started to tell them every day, and then they start getting it slowly. Then when I applied for my visa, in 2 weeks, they gave me visa to come back to Denmark.
How long did you stay after your deportation? How long did you stay in Liberia after your removal to go back?
I was in. First, I went in Senegal. I transited in Gambia because the flight wanted to carry me direct to Liberia. I told them my children in Gambia, so I have to drop down to Gambia to pick my children from there. So I dropped in Gambia. They allowed me to come off from Gambia, pick my children. We went to Senegal. I applied to the Danish embassy in Senegal. They rejected my invitation because they said I did double convention. I took fingerprint in Denmark and took fingerprint in Sweden. So they rejected my visa. Then I went back to Liberia with my family. I was in Liberia for a few months. I applied from there. They gave me my visa. After 2 weeks, I came back to Sweden in 2012 in August.
And since then, you've been living in Sweden?
Yes, since then I've been living in Sweden with my daughter.
Okay, so thank you so much. I just need to make this disclaimer. There are a lot of you who are asking why I'm wearing a mask. For my precious viewers, I'm not alone. I'm in the office. There are a lot of folks out here with my team around me. There are other people. This story will be written tomorrow and all of that. So sometimes you see the photo, from outside. You don't know what's happening inside. So basically, just so you know why I am maxed up. Okay, I'm in my office. Thank you so much. So then I want you to talk about your struggle within the Liberian community, the bully and the stigma.
Oh, 2014, it was very tough because when they later hear that I was HIV positive, a friend told us, when I moved here, she was not having a place. And I had my little apartment I found on the net. I moved to Malmö because where I was living when I came to Sweden, it was in a small town. And my ex just dropped me there. He went back to Denmark. He said he don't want to live in Sweden. And yeah, he said he don't want to live here. And my daughter have Danish passport. So I said, okay, if you don't want to live here, since you being a little bit uncomfortable for you being with me in Sweden, I'm going to stay here. I know my daughter will give me paper. So I moved to Malmö. And then this woman she came in my apartment. She and her daughter were with me for 3 weeks. And then one day she asked me in a nice way, Fatu, I heard that you HIV positive. And then I said, who told you that I'm HIV positive? She said, I'm a friend. You know, your friend told me you were to her place. I said, she told you that? And then she said, yes. I said, but then give me some guarantee that I want to tell you my life secret. You will not expose me. She said, I swear to God. I said, no, God is not only enough. Give me something more. Then she swear on her daughter, her little girl. At that time, she was just 11 years. I said, that's okay. You swear on God, you swear on your child. So I will give you my lifetime secret. And at that time, I was taking 3 drugs. One of my tablets was looking at liquid. It has to be in the freeze. So I took my 3 pills, the 3 bottles. I was taking 3 pills every day at a time. I took it, I put it in front of her. I said, this is my tablet here I'm taking. And now you have promised me that you will not share my secret to nobody. And I've been knowing you for many years from Guinea, Conakry, all those places. So I trust it. Wow, I finished telling the woman everything. And then she just take the telephone right there, call her friend in Asia, they start speaking crew. And then she said, that thing way back, I found out. I said, what, are you talking about me? You just swear on God and your child, and now you're telling somebody else. She said, no, I'm not talking about you. I said, all right, I leave my own to God. You already swear on your daughter and on God. And this is my secret. This is my lifetime secret, you know. It's not easy. And I was actually happy for me to see someone to come around me that time. I was very, very impressed. But then she just exposed me. So the next day, I was actually going to Copenhagen to pick my daughter's passport, to renew her passport. I mean, to get a new passport. I entered Malmö. So I entered from the train in the central. My phone started ringing. Messages start coming in. People start calling me. And then somebody, Fatu, we hear say you get HIV, that you? We hear say you get HIV. Yeah, my name was all over the place. People start calling me. So I knew like it was this woman that spread my name. So me and her, we started fighting on Facebook. At that time, there was no Facebook Live. I started recording my voice, crying, really in pain. I said, I'm not expecting you to do this to me, you know. You are a friend that I know. You older than me. I trusted you. I respect you. I expect you at least to keep my secret. And then she opened her own Facebook page, break down my picture, write all kind of things, you know. Started to post me and my daughter picture on Facebook, telling people I get HIV. And I was very sad. I was
and so. And posted your daughter's photos?
Yeah, she destroyed I and my daughter's picture. Huh?
I said, who gave her that right to do so?
Yeah, she destroyed me and my daughter's picture on Facebook, and I started going back and forth with her. And then I finally reached to my curator, which is my counselor in the infection clinic. Then I went crying to her, I and my daughter. I thought my daughter was small, I think 4 years. I went crying with my baby. I said, I need help. If not, so I would give her. And then I told her, I said, I was in a group in Denmark called Crossover. If there is something that I hear, please connect me. With me, people like myself. And then she connected me to Noah. And when I went there, it was so nice. I meet people in my condition. I meet one Liberian there.
That was like a community group.
Yes, I meet people that were living in the same condition with me, with children, husband and wife, single people from different places, you know. So I was very, very happy. I said, wow, I'm not alone in this. I get a place to come and see people like myself. And then trying to build myself up from there again. 2015 Christmas Eve, I went to the shopping mall. I and my daughter to get some gift for my daughter again. I met the other sister with a Nigerian girl. By the time she saw me in the shopping mall, I was coming from New York. She was going to H&M. And then she ran behind me, you know, like, Fatu. I didn't answer. I tried to ignore her. She said, you HIV positive. She started clapping on me in the shopping mall. And it was so packed.
What?
Yes. You HIV positive, we don't need
We're uh,
after my daughter to grab my daughter hair because at that time my daughter hair was plenty. So she was coming after my daughter. I just put my daughter on the wall and then some kind of way I started hitting her. Then she bleed from her nose all over. And she wanted to escape. Yeah, she wanted to escape. The security people, the place was so packed. They grabbed her, put her in the toilet. She was there for 2 hours. The police came and then they carried her. They carried me to my house. They gave me some. They gave me some information where to go for counseling. For 6 months. Yes. And then the police said I should take her to court. I just look at the whole case. I say I've gone through a lot.
It always ends up like that, and they say you'll settle it the family way. Okay, yeah. So then you got bullied again by the Liberian organization.
Oh yes, that was last year in 2020 in August, September, October. They were having a Liberian party. We already sent a message to one of my friends. I was here. She from Zambia. We all in the same condition. And then somebody sent a message to one of her friends because that friend was inviting her and she was inviting me on that party because we are best friends. So they sent a message to her friend saying, we don't want you to bring Fatou here. It was a Cameroonian party, but this Liberian girl was hosting her party in the Cameroonian party. So my friend said, Fatou, they called my friend, they said, we shouldn't come with you, but we're going. You know, you're my friend. Cannot go, we'll go have fun. I sure feel that, the Liberian president, he left from his place where he's sitting, where the Liberian sitting, me and sitting among the Cameroonian people. He came over me and he's so big, you know. He's so big, he can't start apologize or like he don't want to see me on the party. That night I fell on the party because he made me panic, you know. And all Liberians that were there in Malmo, they were there. But nobody came. I fell that day, my foot spring almost 2 weeks, my foot was sweat because I was so panicked. I couldn't believe, you know. Okay. And then I left from there. I came home and we were in the group chat. I jumped over something and then flat day, they asked everybody to bring small things, juice, everything. So
right.
I said, okay, I'm going to provide Liberian flair in cake for all of us to have good time. They want to show love. But I didn't tell them that way, but I know inside of myself, I'm trying to make them to know that I'm part of you know.
Right, and it happens all over where on a big day, Liberians in the diaspora will ask everybody to bring a plate. So you decided to bring a cake.
Yeah, so I designed a Liberian cake. I carried it, we ate it, everything was good. And then August, September, October, there was a list came out in the Liberian community where we pay our due. Every month we pay 100 krona, Swedish krona, everybody. So I pay like 2, 3, 4 times at that time. And then they bring a list. We had 2 women in a group called Fatou. So there were only one Fatou on the list. And then when the name came, I asked, I recorded my voice. I said, which one of Fatou you're talking about? So this girl, I was in front of the list. And then she came into my private inbox and said to me, if you shut up your mouth on the group chat, I will disgrace you, you HIV positive. I said, oh, so that's why you're telling me.
Wow.
Then I tell her recording on the group chat, then I record my voice. I say I'm HIV positive, but none of you better more than me. And I never see any of your tests before. Send your best take mommy in the city. None of y'all not ever. Yeah.
Yeah, your test are negative.
Yeah, I said nobody not show me that test. So we were going back and forth, and then somebody came out, they warned me on the group chat. Fatou, when you don't start, we will block you. I said, y'all better block me because I will not sit down here. They will not be calling me in my inbox. She leave on the group chat, come into my private inbox and be calling me. You want me to close my mouth. And when they want me, nobody even come in to say, Fatou, we'll call you, we'll talk to you. No, they just want me and block me. I say I block her from my inbox. And since I come on no Liberian, I even the comment. Well, I know they're using fake pages, you know, to come on my page to do whatsoever. Nobody ever reached up to me in Malmo here, like no Liberian here, you know.
Now, somebody will ask, say, amidst all of this that's been going through, you've been living through these torments and pain. Why now? I mean, you're beautiful. You got a beautiful husband. You live in the West. You're gonna live the longest life ever, like any normal person. You're taking your medications and all of that. You got 3 beautiful kids, all of them there with you. Anybody see you will want to fall in love with you. Why come out now? Why is it important? Why are you coming out now?
The reason why I'm coming out, I've been trained so much in the HIV community since I know that I was HIV positive. I've been active. I was the only woman that stand up in the group that it's okay for people to ask me about my trauma and my medication. So I stand up in the group. Nobody want to talk. And I share flyer on HIV Day, the 1st of December. I go in a shopping mall. I just been trained by this woman, a great woman that was in the group. She from Togo. She trained me everything. She showed me what to do. When somebody in the hospital sick, she carried me. When somebody come from East Africa, they are positive, they down. She called me to encourage them. So I was inspired by all those good things she was showing me, and like HIV people need. So I learned all those things. I said, why not take it to my people in Liberia? And with the statement I go through, I don't want no other Liberian to come in Malmo here and facing the same thing here. So I must stand up, and I will stand up for good. And that's what I did. And that's what bring me here today. 2019, I was supposed to come out. 2019 was the year I was thinking about coming out. Me and this woman will make plan, everything will raise. She get her own. The Swedish government helped to give her a bigger place, you know.
Right.
And then she said, Fatu, we'll go to the social, we'll talk to the social, we'll tell the social how much you are active so they can pay you some money for you to be here because you also want to tell your story. Then we can do it in my organization here. From there, we'll go to Togo, we can go to Liberia, we can raise funds, you can go and talk to your people. You are the perfect person. So she inspired me so much, you know. I was looking up to her. She have explained all the good things I've been doing in the community. Now we went there, she said to the social, Fatu can read and write. I want you to give me 50%. That Fatu can learn how to read. I said, no, Povin, it's not good. I've trained me. You come here, we'll make plans with these people, telling the people that I can't read and write. I said, this is my story. I live with my story, and you have seen me in this country for years. I've been recording my voice. They have been taking my picture. Why not time for me to come out? You refuse for me to come out. And when I said that, I disagree with what she said to the social. So when she left, she went back in her office in NASA. She wrote a huge letter with her own read the letter. I abusing my daughter. I can take my daughter to school on time. I can do everything. So one day I was sitting, the people
We're losing.
called me. They said, Fatu, we got a letter from Povin. And this letter is so horrible. We want you to report yourself right now. Oh, I ran to the office. The woman said, oh, this thing on the paper, we come here. And she been knowing you for 7 years. Why is it today? She bringing this story here. 7 years she been knowing you. She talk good about you. Why is it today? She bringing this kind of report on you. I said, I don't know. I told her I want to come up. We agree everything. She encouraged me. By the time reached now, she don't want me to tell my story. And she angry. I disagree with her in front of the government. So she angry. She want to react on me. Then she wrote a letter. The people went through the case. We were on the case. The case finished 2020 in July. The case, she was lying. They didn't believe her. They do background checking on me, on my daughter. It was false. So I just left it, and they advised me not to go in the organization anymore. I'm going to stay on my own. I should try to do my own life, and I can tell my story with all her. So the social there encouraged me from there. And that's why I'm standing on my own. Like me and Povin supposed to be here today on this live.
I know, and thank you so much. There are a lot of people who I see Christopher Rote Tubasi. He's saying, Honorable Weeks, please assist Fatu in getting her message out through a book or a memoir or something. Salome Vankpana, she says, keep going, Fatu. You have lived life ahead of you. A lot of people encouraging you, or all of them. So positive comment. You have Anna A. Scott. She says she's gotten all of these love emojis out there. So talk about who stood beside you. That one person that stood beside you that you can look out today and say, wow, this is the person who saved my life.
It was my Korato, my counselor. Because everything I do in this country, I tell my counselor. Everything I go through, I tell her. When me and Povin were planning for me to come up, I even told my counselor. So my counselor was very happy. So when the counselor, because my counselor the one that sent me to her. And we always go to, me and Povin, we always go to the counselor, to get new information, to encourage me and all these things. So the counselor was surprised when she wrote that letter. She came with me. My counselor came with me on the case in the social office. The counselor did agree with her. But it's not right.
Okay, some of the comments we just lost Fatu there. Let me see if I can find Fatu right there. So we're gonna add her back. Guys, we just want you to hold your dial. Isaka Kroman said, I'm so inspired by your services. All of you who is back. Thanks a lot.
Just calling me.
Yeah, I see they're bugging your phone and trying to bark her phone while we're trying to see if we can get her back. She's on to say, wow, you're a strong woman, said Lawrence. All of you, my people, Liberian people, said Sylvester Carr. All of you there with your comment. I'm so inspired by your story, says Fatusa Isiaka Kroma. Wow, my sister, and God will always bless you. Fatu, you're from, you say you're from Bakulu, right?
Yes, from Boji.
Oh, okay. I know maybe we got some members from this is something that I always do. People who are watching, maybe from your tribe. Do you speak NN dialect from Liberia?
Yeah, I speak Bobolu Pele.
So let's hear the Bobolu Pele. You speak to your people, greet your family in your dialect, and then we can go from there.
Ne katua ngalia ne katua Fatu we ngaga kwa bakwita ngaga ba swidi we ampa dema 2000 no me feel so anga ngako fly ngali zalpela tumbo ngama Asia Africa ngama mameti ka kwa banango.
Miata Salif says she's from Swan.
Huh?
Miata Salif, she says she's from Swan. Yeah, we can hear you. I know they're bugging your phone.
Yes, so much. They don't want me to pass my story over. I will send it in Jesus' name. So, ngana pa po dema ngala dema dumbo ngama ko flani nganga po daga ko flani ma HIV ma ko flati akono pa ya wa goloni ko flati kaima aipa igolo pa ya po isale so yo ka pa ko manti aipo ipole su ka pa de anale parce que HIV imakanu ma bag ima mani kile kunga kwezo ba ka pa ko manti aipo ya isu ka ba panani ya ba ke hello ngada ba ka idoro ngada ba ka kimba ya ba nu lenga to bo ya kun le we so alawa Fatu lola siamu ko mangolongwanya ngana na wa meme lola ngali lawa siamu kruma. Yes.
Okay. So Fatu, now Now that you've gotten that out of the way, reaching your people, I want you to educate Liberians. Liberians that have no idea about what it is living with HIV. I mean, you're happy. What it is? Is HIV just a death sentence or what it is?
HIV is not a death sentence for me. The stigma is heavy. To be a single mother is actually hard, and then you have HIV in between. It's very tough, you know. But one thing I want to say to my Liberian people, to everybody around the world that watching the video, get to know a HIV person and encourage we as a people that live with HIV, you know, because we are good people and we can also be bad. When you you know, don't feel that when they come around you, you will get a virus, or when they drink with you, you will get a virus. No. As long as that person taking that medication, they are saving a life and they're saving your own life. HIV is for me, it's for everybody. We all will have something to do with HIV. Let's all encourage each other. And you know that you are HIV positive and you have a child, don't hide it from your child, because that will be the worst thing you can ever do. So keep that secret away from your blood, because you never know what's going to come in a way in the future. So when you know that you are HIV positive, please let your child to know. You and your child can talk about it. But if you want to tell your family member, do not do it alone. That is my advice, because the 3-letter HIV, it sounds very big, but today people live with HIV and they can see that generation, you know. They can live and be old as long as they're on their medication on time. They're eating good, taking a tablet on time. They can live and be an old person, you know.
Right.
So if you have a family member, you want to tell them that you are HIV positive, please get in contact with your doctor. Call your doctor and tell your doctor, I want for my mother to know, or my sister, this is their number. Please call them and talk to them first. Your doctor will help you to
Have you ever forgotten a day where you never took your pills?
No. Not one single day I forget to take my pills. No. No.
Wow.
That is not in my, I always remember that pill.
It's a been words and saying more blessings and power to you, sweetheart. Everybody's saying that's one of the bravest things to do as a powerful woman, to come out. Look at you, beautiful. You got everything that is associated with Liberian beauty. You got your dimples, the wrinkled neck, the open teeth, everything there.
Yeah.
Have anybody in the Liberian community that know that you're HIV positive, have they tried to hit on you?
Oh my God. All the Liberians.
Let's see if we can.
I refuse, then they hate me. Because you will not be talking about me outside there, and then you come behind me, you want me. And I will not accept it. I'm a woman, like I stand for my word. And once you get give it to them, they try to play on you, they bring you down, you don't give yourself to them, they don't like you. That's the problem we have in the Liberian community. They want to play with you, mess you up, and then stigma you. At the same time, you be under the shadow of shame, they be playing with you. And me, I disagree, and I tell them it will not happen. That's what I'm saying.
Amadou has a question for you. He said, which kind of pills do you take? That's from Amadou. You heard Amadou's question? Amadou has a question. He said, which kind of pills do you take?
I can bring my pills, Mr. Weeks. You help me to. Evira. Evira. Let me call my daughter.
They got Abacavir. That's ABC. They got
Come, mommy, come. You know, you can't
Lamivudine.
talk to the people. Can't put the name of the medicine in the middle ground ready on the first year. Okay. So everybody can see what is that.
Now she's getting suspicious.
So Fatu, Josh, while you're reading the medicine, Josh, there's another question from Josh Kamara. Are you listening? So we're going to wait for Fatu's daughter to read the medication.
This is the medication there.
Yeah, okay, show the name. Let me just show the name. Oh, okay, yeah, that's Gemvoya.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's in Danish though. That's one of the antiviral drugs. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What his name wants to know if you are currently in a relationship.
My medication and my husband. Yeah.
Why you scared? You scared to go out again, or you scared to date again, or what?
No, when I meet somebody, I'm very open, and you know the way they come around me, the vibes, and me, I'm a person I don't have myself. So you come
Is it
around
like
me.
you're scared? It's like.
Mommy, eat your yogurt.
Huh?
If I look at a beautiful woman like you and I went to you, we're in a club or somewhere, I say I like you, you tell me you're HIV positive, I would not believe it, because our definition of HIV positive, you gotta be skinny like myself, and, you know, and just like that with bones and all of that.
Yeah, but even in Sweden, they have some people at HIV positive that are very skinny, which means they are not on their pills constantly, you know. Even in Sweden, they got people with HIV, they are skinny. Yeah. But for me, I take my pills all the time. I love my pills. If I feel so good, I take my pills. They give me strength and power. It makes me feel good that I'm taking care of my life. I'm taking care of other people too. So for that reason, I take care of my pills. Yes.
Okay. Jesus is mine says, my beautiful F2. He says, I think he or she says, hi, what is his name? Okay. And also, in your group, your little, therapy group, have you seen somebody there who is Liberian and HIV positive? Don't say who they are. Don't call their name. Just say yes or no.
One more time, Mr. Weeks.
I'm saying in your group, your support group that you're in, where you have all HIV people, have you seen a Liberian person there that is HIV? Don't say that name.
I have seen one person there who been there for over 25 years in the organization.
Okay. Wow. And they're HIV positive.
I believe so, because you cannot be in that place for 25 years just for volunteer. You must get something to do with HIV. Yes. And we all were active there. HIV day, we go there. Any other thing come, we there, we meet there, we take coffee. It was like constantly meeting a person there at the time. Yeah, so. Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Winston Edwards is saying that please be careful, because if you ever have to get intimate with anyone, you could be reinfected.
Yes, I'm
Did the doctor ever?
I'm very careful because my immune system, I have HIV virus. So for that too, I also careful. It's quick for me to get other disease into my body. So I'm very, very careful with that. Yes.
Yeah, because of your immune system.
Yeah, if I meet somebody, I take condom in between when I feel we are close together, and then I tell you I'm HIV positive, and then If you like me, we'll do it 1 or 2 times, then they run away again. They say it's a hard decision.
You're so funny.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I just been like that. So right now I just say no. They gotta love my medication because that's what's making me look beautiful.
So Fatu, I don't know if you want, people wanted to reach out to you, maybe to support you privately. You don't mind if we put your number up?
Yes, put my number
Okay.
up. That's good.
Okay, so we're gonna put your name up. Is Fatu Dole. That's DORLEY. And let's put the number up. Plus, it says call the number 46.
0046
Yeah.
070261.
Hold on 1 second. I think I have it here. Let me put it on. Okay, 763 203 867. All right, so that's Fatu's number right there. I will pin it up. It's right up there, guys. If you want to reach Fatu and talk to her privately, be a blessing for her work. Help her to support her. It's tough. She's living all by herself, and you want to be a blessing to her and support her. You can call her. That's her number, 467-632-03867. And then you can whatever, she got 3 kids living in Europe is tough. You can extend a helping hand to her in her sojourn or in her journey to, bring some sort of awareness, HIV awareness to our community. Again, her name is Fatu Dole. Ignore the ROY, it is LEY. The number to call is +467-632-03867. And you can reach out to her, and whatever your contribution you want to make, be it financial, moral, or just to talk to her, you can always reach out to her, and that's Fatu's number right there. Please, nobody call me. You have her number there, and whatever you want to send to her, call her. She will give you all that information, and please be a blessing to a sister. Precious Fremont Phillips says she's here and she's listening. Nino Brown, all of them here, they're listening to you. Nino Brown said, I will try to send you Western Union MoneyGram this weekend. Wow.
Okay, thank you. Hello, Mama Laila, Precious.
And Nino is a friend. That's my cousin. He's in Minnesota, a very rich guy. So when he tell you, when Nino say he's sending you Western Union, just go sleep. He's a very powerful guy. Thank you so much, Nino. Yeah, Miata Salif said, my auntie's name is Fatu Dole. Jenny said, hi, sis Fatu. Precious says, hello, sweetie. Swakoli is watching. Sis Fatu, you're an honest person. Thanks for your honesty, says Born to Win Raymond Harris. Everybody there, Balaka Helena Bakulo, she says, thank you for sharing. Education is what we need. Amos Vincent says, family, thanks for the job well done. You are doing a very good job. Very sweet, pretty. Chester Kika is saying, please read the number. Okay, so Chester wants me to read the number again. Chester, let me read the number. It is +46. That's the country code for Sweden. Her number is 763-203-867. Again, the country code is 46. The number 763-203-867. And Yvonne Port, she says, "Hey dear, how are you doing?" That's from Yvonne Port. George Seymour said, "Fatu, hello, my love." Prince Jacob says, "Wow, you are great. I'm watching from Indianapolis. Everybody's showing this love." Fatu, are you surprised by the level of love? Nobody said nothing bad so far besides them telling me to pick up my mask.
I'm so surprised because what I go through here in my little Liberian community, and I can see the much love they have been giving to me from all over the world. Oh God, I just want to say I'm grateful. I never expected, I'm so grateful to be able to come out and open up to people. I'm really, really happy the love I'm receiving. I just need you guys support to be able to give my message over to young people in Liberia. Yes, go to various school, to different school, different HIV center in Liberia, and so places, to
And guys, let me tell you what Fatu is trying to do here, and that's why we need all of your support. Fatu is trying to raise funds and come to Liberia and go from school to school. We have over 40,000+ cases of HIV here. People living, people just think it's a death sentence, and so she wants to come out here into the country and and do an awareness. And not all the